YouTubers, Fortune Cookie 45 LC coming to you from Hot Lead Zone, and today we're going to give you a little more documentation about brass longevity. Now you know that I've done another video that shows that this 44 Magnum case has been reloaded 80 times. Well, how did I know that? And that is that back in the year 1972, I bought 100 rounds of these factory, and I fired 99. I saved this one. And the reason why it's distinctive is this brass was loaded by a factory that didn't want to have the other company's brass on their reloads. So they actually ran a lathe and turned the head stamp off. But you see, this is a factory round. It has a round primer, and it's loaded with a 240 grain copper plated lead semi-wad cutter bullet that was very popular with the 44 Magnum back in the 1950s, 60s, and 70s. And any of you who shot 44 Magnum then recognize this bullet. Well, I like the Keith bullet myself, 245 grain semi-wad cutter Keith bullet, and this is the same brass as you see there. And this brass keeps showing up. When I reload 44 Magnum, it's always showing up because those 99 cases are still going strong. And I figure I've loaded those twice a year, conservatively speaking. Over the last 40 plus years, you're looking at 80 reloads. Now, to give you an idea, did I load these real light? No, with a Keith bullet, I only had 2 loadings for the 44 Magnum. One was 10 grains of unique, which is a fairly stiff near Magnum load. And then I loaded, the other loading was the 22 grains of 2400 powder, which is the classic Elmer Keith load. And I shot many of these, only those 2 loads with this bullet. So you're looking at 80 reloads that are toward a Magnum loading. And you'll also notice that the crimps I use are fairly heavy. And the reason why is because Elmer Keith designed his Keith bullet to have a pretty deep crimping groove. So these crimps are at least heavier than the factory. Now, if you think that works the brass and causes neck splitting, well, I don't have neck splitting. I don't throw away any brass because it's always good. I keep reloading it over and over again. Now also, you'll notice that I've never trimmed this brass. I've never trimmed any of my 44 Magnum or any other pistol case. And if you look at it real closely, you'll notice that there's no lengthening of the brass. So you really don't have to trim pistol brass. It doesn't stretch. So YouTubers, I hope you can see that we can have confidence in our brass lasting a good long time. In fact, if you look carefully, you'll see the patina of a original brass loading that hasn't been used, and that's what happens to brass as it just sits. Whereas if you use it, the brass is actually in better condition than one that's unused. YouTubers out there, take care. Have a nice day. We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.